Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You know what? I had read this somewhere that whenever we meet someone for the first time, so what happens that, like, I don't know whether it is in Indian culture or not. These Western people, they wish everyone as good morning, even though if they meet each other in the evening hours, then too they wish good morning. Okay, fine. So students, today we are going to discuss this beautiful poem. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. The poem's name is Desiderata, written by Max Ehrmann in the year 1927. Above all, above this is actually a Latin word. This is actually a Latin word which means desired. So each and every student of grade 12 ISC will have to study, read, write this poem. Reason why it is included in your syllabus until there is any guideline presented by ISC board. So today I'm going to teach you this poem with lot of practicality. Why did I use this term practicality? There is a reason behind this. Because the entire poem is actually based on day to day activities and circumstances. Day to day activities. Now what happens in day to day activities? Number one, we meet with people, we interact with them, we are either happy or we are sad, we are either career conscious or we are least bothered about our career. We meet many tricky people, we meet many kind people, we meet such people who are heroes. So this poem will actually teach you how to spend your day-to-day activities. And in case if you follow these words quoted by Max Ehrmann, believe me, these words are extremely practical. Especially this poem targets students. Obviously, it is targeting each and every reader, but specifically students, because you will come to know, you will come to understand what is the importance of career in life, what is the importance of objective in life. Desiderata is a monologue. What is a monologue? I have explained it quite many times. Like the Patriot was a monologue.
Sir, one-way interaction.
Absolutely correct, gentlemen. It is one-way interaction in these lines. These 46 line poem, you will nowhere see anyone replying to Max Ehrmann's any statement. समझ गए? So this poem, the title Desiderata, is a Latin word that means desired. What is the meaning of it? It means desired. Why did he use this? Let's justify the title. The title is appropriate and meaningful because the poet Max Ehrmann, he says and talks about emotions over here. Desires and demands of people are unlimited. You should understand that we are living in a world of possession. I'll explain. That means worldly things. Worldly things, obviously, we people are selfish. We people are more attracted towards worldly things. We have unlimited demands and desires. Desiderata, the title, also talks about universal wisdom. It also talks about universal wisdom. Now, what is universal wisdom? Max Ehrmann, through this poem, wants to actually throw a very strong message that we need to be very, very wise enough, intelligent enough to live in this world of tricky people. So this is the title. The poem was published in many numerous formats and languages, and it came into limelight in 1971 rather. Though it was written in 1927, but it came to limelight in 1971, and that too. ये देखो, इनका नाम सुन के आप लोगों को कुछ याद आएगा. ये कौन है? कोई कार्टून बनाते हैं, ये बताइए. नहीं आता. Warner Brothers.
Directors.
They are directors also good, and they have made and produced many cartoons. समझ गए? Many music albums and all. They brought this poem into limelight in 1971. तो चलो title हो गया. Now let's discuss about how many characters. Character only one. That is the poet Max Ehrmann. Number 3.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, there is a doubt coming up. I am loving this. Tell me.
Sir, which was the language that was published the first time?
Oh, published for the first time. See, Max Ehrmann, actually, he writes in multiple languages. समझ गए? So, and he writes quite many moral based poems. So I think so it would have been published in, I just think so, in Latin language, and then it took various forms and various other languages. Okay, तो चलो आगे चलते हैं. Let's discuss about the various themes. Number 1, the theme is, who is this stupid? Okay. Number 1, the first theme is humanity and mankind. The sole objective of human being. समझ गए? The sole objective of human being. No matter the world is full of tricksters, no matter the world is full of practicality, but you should not forget the objective of human beings, that is humanity and mankind. Reason why? Because this is actually worshipping God. In case if you are serving people, you are worshipping God. Theme number 2 is world full of possessions. Possessions means right and ownership. Possessions means right and ownership. The world will try to snatch things from you. The world is selfish. Now, how will you be behaving over here? The fact remains that you have to be cool, you have to be calm, you have to be proactive and face these worldly things. Number 3, career and future is one of the most important themes of this poem, and obviously you people can better explain it in your own words in case if you get a question from this. Why there is a theme of career and future? Because the poet says that very gracefully, Focus on your career, build your future, be humble to all. No need to discuss your goals and objectives with everyone, because ultimately you will have to do a job in future. Ultimately, it is your business that would flourish. No one else will come and poke into your business or career. But yes, there would be people who would stop you in case if you are doing very good. So design your career and future in a very effective manner. So these are the themes, character, and here comes your title. Now let's see. Let's see, before I start the stanza-wise explanation of this poem, let's see whether you people would be in a position to find the figures of speech or not. So ready? Please read out the first 4 lines. We will go slow and discuss the figures of speech, that is considered to be the most important topic in a poem. Yes, anyone, read out the first 4 lines.
Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence, as far as possible without surrender. Be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly.
Listen to others. Okay, thank you so much. Now, these are the 4 lines. I will teach you how to find a figure of speech and how I used to find figures of speech when I was a student. Grow placidly amid the noise and haste. Yes, anything that comes into your notice. Alliteration, repetition, irony first line में नहीं होती जल्दी जल्दी. Fine. Second line.
Second one is an oxymoron, maybe.
Oxymoron.
because
Remember what peace there
Peace
may
and
be.
silence.
But a peace you get in silence. Yes. Remain silent. No need to talk so much. Yes. So ये तो बल्कि contradiction की जगह equal to हो गए words. हाँ, peace की जगह अगर कहीं rush होता या कुछ ऐसा word, then we could have definitely brought out oxymoron over here. Again, the same thing. No figures of speech. But I will teach you one figure of speech today. Everyone, in your books, write down assonance. Assonance. अब इस पूरी लाइन में जरा देखिए कौन सा वॉल रिपीट हो रहा है ज्यादा.
E.
Write down. Whenever a vowel is repeated for multiple times in a sentence, it is known as assonance. So the focus is towards E, 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 again E, E, E. Look at the number of times. So don't start searching it in each and every line. This is not the way. Okay, third line, as far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Simple line, speak your truth quietly and clearly. Listen to others. Thank you so much. So here we find no figure of speech. आगे चलते हैं. Someone else read it out.
Even the dull and the ignorant, they too have this story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself to others, you may become vain and bitter, for there will always be greater and lesser person than yourself.
Very good. Thank you so much. Even the dull and the ignorant, they too have their story. Write down alliteration, repetition of the letter T. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. Clear sentence. If you compare yourself to others, you may become vain and bitter. So don't think there is any kind of simile or metaphor, because there has been no comparison. वो कह भी रहा है that do not compare yourself to others, otherwise you will become harsh, you will become bitter. So only one figure of speech till over here, and अब आया figure of speech यहाँ पर. Next, read it out.
Enjoy
Enjoy
your
your
achievements as well as your plans.
Wait. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Write down non-living things. Those things that are not visible, how can we enjoy that? This is not a swing. This is not a ride. This is not something related to human beings or friends whom we can see and enjoy. Write down personification. Keep interested in your own career. However, humble. Figure of speech ढूंढिए निकाल के.
alliteration.
Alliteration. Keep going. Alliteration. Absolutely correct. Rest of you, why don't you speak? Should I start begging you? Then you will feel embarrassed. For what have you entered the class when there is least participation? Don't be an optimist. For several years, online studies would continue. Again, I'm telling you, it is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Good sentence. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. So these are tricky people. समझ गए? चलते हैं. Anywhere you find a figure of speech, in case if I miss it, so you will have to tell me. Next, but let not this blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals. Wow. And everyone's life is full of heroism. Good. Be yourself.
So personification हो रहा है ना, life is full of.
Life is full of heroism. Okay, heroic deeds अगर लिखा होता. Beta, heroism is actually an invisible noun. अगर यहाँ hero होता, someone who is like a human being, heroism is itself invisible. Life is actually a non-living thing. मतलब life किसकी बात हो रही है? ठीक है? So this is correct sentence. Be yourself, especially do not feign affection, and neither be cynical about love. Very good. For in the face, जल्दी से लिख लो alliteration, आगे बढ़ते रहो. For in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Very good. Comparison आ गया.
Simile.
समझ गए ना? As आया, write down simile. जब मैं आपको लिखाऊंगा तब आपको पता चलेगा. Write down. Perennial का मतलब क्या होता है? पहली बात तो students participate and tell me. I'll give you only 15 seconds, else I'll write it down.
Perennial means containing a lot of water types.
Containing lot of water types. Acha, okay, good. It is
That
actually
is for a long life.
long lasting. Absolutely correct. Someone answered it so correctly, so you can write it down. Long lasting as the grass lives. In case if you see the grass in a playground, the grass can survive for years. So this is a comparison. As लगा हुआ है simile. Next line कोई और पढ़िए जरा. 4 lines. I'll not read.
Take kindly the counsel of years